Hello. We're back. It's been a while. It's been a week. That's for damn sure. We're not doing anything extravagant tonight. We're not doing anything too extravagant. We're just going to edit some video. We're going to get a new intro going here. Since watch parties have become a thing, I might do a watch party tomorrow, as a matter of fact, for Worlds Collide. I don't know yet, but we're going to do some editing on Share Factory. We're going to edit some good stuff. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go into import from USB. Yeah, it's been a really rough week. It's amazing I'm even able to stream right now. On God. I might as well put on some lo-fi. Fuck it. What we got? No, we already done that. Hey, Dom. Oh, you know what I could do? Let me pull this up real quick. Florida Panthers radio. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's when you should be getting on the Pacers money line.
Nope, that ain't it. Is it this one?
Snap one, stick side, pass Bobrovsky, and Edmonton now, after they trailed by a goal early, they lead by a goal less than halfway through the first.
9:19 into the first period. Evan Bouchard, his seventh of the postseason. Connor.
Tied up, Leon Draisaitl with the puck around for Klingberg. Backhand near side, Kapanen didn't clear it by Nate.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of shit happened this week. Yeah, just in case, we wanted to play some stuff. It's in intermission right now, so we are going to be working on our own intro here. Let me just download a couple things here. So first off, get you in here, PSG. Let's see. Where's this fucker at? Do I have all of them? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have all 5. Perfect. Import. But it's an intermission right now. It's game 2 between Edmonton. Okay, what the fuck are we doing? Let's play this. Yeah, it's been a rough week. So the extended drive that I used to save my streams got corrupted. So not only did I lose a good chunk of my archive, I also lost a lot of my Nasty Club content, which, I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, I've also been streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Well, I've been streaming on YouTube, and you, Dom, and everyone else have been clipping a bunch of shit, so it's not really... It fucking sucks, all those great moments, but it's like I have the compilation videos up on my channel, so there's nothing really lost. It's just a pain in the ass, because it's like some of my best streams have been lost. We're going to import some music here. Import from USB. Here we go. Where's that? Where's that? It's this one here. And then it was just a rough day at work. We had to get like a bunch of rippings on the truck, and after a while, I just freaked out. I'm like, God damn it! I'm hot. I'm humid. How much shit are we putting in this fucking truck? I just haven't had the motivation to stream, you know? Plus, I had to help my parents with a bunch of stuff, and it's like, you know... What the fuck is the point? Alright, we're gonna import this. So, in case you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm going to use Share Factory to create an intro for my watch parties. Well, it's always a thing. I always have Google Drive. I mean, I was able to save my furry car meetup shit, which is awesome. I only lost one folder out of the 4 that I had, so that's a good thing. I basically have all my stuff for 2025. And then it looks like my other extended drive that I originally had has remnants. So I'll use Disk Digger later. Letting you know now, Disk Digger's great. I think it's like $9, $10, $20. You'll never lose your data. It'll dig out. See if stuff's overwritten, see if stuff is recoverable. Is it? Okay, it's at 29. Let me go down to a 7. There we go. That should work. I also have my mic a little bit farther from my face because of the camera. So, what are we doing? Watch. Party. FP, which stands for feature presentation. What the fuck? I didn't add all that shit. No, it's okay. But as I was saying, the big thing for me, like a lot of the stuff, like my Nasty Club, like stuff, I still have a lot of videos from when we went bowling, from one of my friend's birthday parties, so it's like, you can make something out of that, no big deal. The big thing for me was the furry shit. The furry car meetups. I had 4 recorded. I only lost one of those folders, which was my first meetup from last year, so it's basically like, okay, you can make a 2025 remix, so I always try to look at the positives. It's like, not really everything has to be recorded. Okay. Do any of you guys, any of you remember these screens from like the old Disney and Paramount movies and shit? Dude, just the awkward silence was fucking nightmare feel. They would look exactly like this. On God. Oh, text effects. Dude, fucking fat. I think it was just the awkward silence that would really just get to you. Let's see. Now, I think I could change the color. I normally like to do it gold. A little bit darker. No. That'll work. Right there. That kind of looks weird. What a toast fish. It kind of fucks with my eyes a little bit. About this. How's this? Better. We can do that. Fuck it, we'll go with it. It's all gonna make sense soon, I promise. Go over here. Screenshot. Solid. Setting color. Oh! Hate that. Here we go. Color. Bingo. God damn it! Oh my god, bro. Dude, the settings in this get weird. There we go. Bro. What am I supposed to fucking press? Thank you. Okay. Oh, and transition. Here we go. Right here. Split. Oh, no. Don't do that. Let's see how this works. That works. There. Okay. Here's where the fun really begins. Fit in. So right when it hits 3, that's when we add in. So what we're going to do, add track 2. Don the Rider's going to love this part. Okay, first off, layout, full screen, split clip. Right there. Oop. Alright, we gotta... Looks like we're gonna have to trim. That's what I like about the Share Factory. Like, your cursor will still stay in the same place. Right there. That works. Yep, perfect. Clip. Let's see if the game's still on. I mean, let's see if the game just came back on.
That one wide to the far corner. Corey Perry to Connor McDavid. Speed up the right wing. McDavid tries to turn the corner. To the net. McDavid rolls it just wide with one hand on the stick. He put it through the blue paint.
The one player that can stay with him, Forsling. That's got to pick your heart rate up with your Forsling. And Forsling, what a job just to stick with him.
All right, how does that sound?
Like Connor McDavid.
And that's the key, Billy, right? Just keeping a body on him in some way.
Yeah, fast as it can go. The poke check by Bobrovsky helped out. But Forsling was able to turn, and no more skating backwards, and he just turned and was able to cut him off at the far post. There's not many defensemen that could turn and go that way from McDavid, and you had the one defenseman on the Panthers that could, and
after a Panthers icing, the Oilers control now off the offensive end. Draw a shot. Bouchard off a body out front. Didn't get through. Marchand picks it up. And he sends one to the neutral zone where it's taken by Rodriguez. And the puck goes into the Panthers bench. So a stoppage in the action. 16:26 to go. Overtime here in Edmonton.
I've seen that happen so many times with McDavid. You saw it in the Dallas series with Harley. And Harley's a good defenseman. And it looked like Harley didn't even know how to skate. But that time there, Forsling recognized right away he was skating backwards. But as soon as he recognized McDavid was going to the outside, he pivoted and turned and went forward as hard as he could. And got a little help by his goaltender, Bobrovsky, too, with the poke check.
Face off from center ice. And Draisaitl wins the draw from Barkov. Ekholm gave it away to Reinhart here on the near side. Reinhart shuffles it right back into the offensive end for the Panthers. Bouchard around far boards. Held on the ice. Try to put to the net, cut off, and out come the Oilers. Here's Draisaitl. Draisaitl up the right wing. A pass, and after it, Connor Brown to Draisaitl. So now Chris Knoblauch breaks up the big guns.
Now they're together.
Well, they are together. Here we go. Stumped down by Reinhart. In on Skinner. A one-hopper. Skinner leaves it back behind the net. Wallman.
Okay, so the reason I keep playing it back and forth is because whenever I work with audio and I'm trying to cut up stuff, I'm always listening for audio cues.
Bobrovsky able to hold
I'm
it.
always trying to time audio cues so that way I can be like, bam, trim right here, bam, cut right there. This is where this beat drops, or this is where this beat changes. So at that point, I can just pinpoint where I need to stop. So if it looks repetitive, that's why.
Left Rodriguez against Evander Kane. Puck pulled to the near corner, and Seth Jones on it for the Panthers. Jones flips it along. Kachuk
Right there.
Center. He'll roll it over the Edmonton line. He was trying to...
Dom, you've been on this stream for how long? And it took you that long to figure out who that was? What the fuck is wrong with you? I thought you were smart. I thought you were self-aware.
This one glances off a stick, so no icing.
Damn it, Dom, you've led me astray. I thought you were smart.
Down to our right, deep into the Oilers and Skinner behind the net to Klingberg near side. He'll dish one off. Henrique to Kane.
Hey, I have my education.
Gloved ahead by Nate Schmidt. The Oilers grab control.
Right there.
Kane into the near
Perfect.
circle. Can't find a rolling puck. Henrique does. Puts it out front. Couldn't connect with Connor Brown. Jesper Boquist up the wing now for the Panthers. He'll hand this one off.
Yeah, okay. Let me mute this for a moment. You'll see what I mean. So, right about here. Right there. You hear that beat drop? That's what I'm looking for. That perfect timing where it could just, boom! You can cut to the next scene effectively.
Takes his time, rifles one up the far boards. It's off Ekblad, the neutral zone, and the Panthers start back in. Marchand over the line, looks across Lundell to the net, couldn't get a shot away. Puck rolls to the far corner. Kulak spun around, finds Nurse to the near side, Arvidsson, and he flips one to the line. It does get out. Lundell bats at it, taken by Janmark. Pillman over the center, had it poked away, and then it's kept to the far boards by Nurse, dropped back by Janmark. Here's Kulak, right to left across your radio for the Oilers. They'll play it in. That one plunked one of our linesmen. He's a little shaken up here on the near side. Ekblad, an outlet. Here's Barkov. Barkov through the neutral zone, up the right wing to the trapezoid behind Skinner. Barkov far side. A shot whipped to the net by Verhaeghe. Didn't get through. Here on the near side, Bouchard for Edmonton. He rolls 1-2, center ice. Janmark to an open man right side. It's Perry a drive. Blocker save Bobrovsky. The rebound rolls out to the near point. McDavid, the net home in the backhand lob down. It's wide. Over on the far side, Draisaitl down behind the net for Edmonton. He's knocked over by Mikkola. Puck picked up by Barkov. Verhaeghe back to Barkov out of the zone. Jones. Here's Jones to center. He'll whip it in. Puck rims around the end wall. Far side behind the net. It's Bouchard to Ekholm, who fails to clear, but then it's picked up, and out come the Oilers. McDavid over the Panthers line. Poke checked away. Schmidt to clear. Kapanen, the only man back for Edmonton. Here on
in case you're wondering what I'm using,
he flips it along. Nobody home
That's
for the
an
Oilers.
icing,
An
yeah.
icing call against Edmonton with
Obviously,
2:51 to go here in overtime.
hotness herself.
Gluttony of icings in
And we got
game number one.
the
First time we've
save.
seen in this overtime. Panthers had two defensemen caught on one side. That left right
from
right
the
side wide open.
Stanley Cup
Very
years ago
slap
between the
shot.
Golden Knights and the
Couple of face-off
Capitals.
circles, but there was
And this is-
miscommunication. Both defensemen caught on
Yeah,
one side
she
of the
was in a
ice.
fucking six-woman tag, and her teammates were Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss. I practically came, okay?
Adam and Reek near side, that it's dumped along by Podkolzin. Nate Schmidt back in the Panthers zone. Schmidt, pass straight on. Rodriguez tied up on the Oilers logo at center ice. It's taken back and dumped in down to our left by Podkolzin. Bouncing puck, Bobrovsky plays it to the near wall. Podkolzin keeps it down low. Kapanen behind the net. Kasperi Kapanen off to the far corner. Whips it around near side. Wallman pinching. In against Kachuk here on the near wall. Then a shot to the net. A save made by Bobrovsky as Podkolzin let that rip out of the near circle. Wasted no time. Just let it fly. And Bobrovsky with the glove hand makes the save. 12:09 to go here in overtime. This one tied at 4.
Kachuk on the wall with that Wallman pinching down. Always extremely tough as a winger. Trying to eat that puck there as much as possible. Finally, Wallman digs it out, gets it in front for that shot.
That was the 40th Edmonton shot. Near circle down to our left. Barkov will take the face-off.
Okay, that works.
Kane.
And then this is
Barkov, Reinhardt,
PSG.
Forsling,
Congratulations to PSG again for winning the Champions League.
Wallman and Klingberg on for Edmonton. Off the face-off. The battle here on the near boards. It's pushed down behind the Panthers net by Evander Kane. To the far corner, Barkov. To Verhaeghe. Carter Verhaeghe over on that far side to Ekblad. Ekblad, a backhand clear. Klingberg back at his own blue line for Edmonton. He'll walk it up the far side. Lofts one down. This one to the near corner. And after is Frederick. To the end boards, Nugent Hopkins for Edmonton. Out to the far point. Klingberg locked and loaded. Long shot wide. That was a knuckler. Here to the near boards. Reinhardt on it. Sam Reinhardt up the near wing. He will dump it in for the Panthers. Down around the end boards. And out along that far side. Barkov shouldered by Frederick. The puck taken back. Here's Klingberg on the end boards for Edmonton. Verhaeghe picked his pocket. Verhaeghe in front of chance. There's chance. Oh, what a save. Skinner. And it's rolled on goal. Stricken try. And Marchand stopped twice. And the puck clear. Stuart Skinner's biggest sequence of the night. He made an acrobatic save, and then on the second one, looked like he may have gotten a little piece as the puck went through the blue
and hit the post. The tenacity by Verhaeghe to strip the puck down there, gets it in front. And Verhaeghe just hounding the puck. Gets it in front. Marchand, the first shot stopped. It goes underneath Stuart Skinner and out the other side on the forehand. And the stick, I believe, of Klingberg redirected it enough to go off the post. What a sequence.
Skinner almost kicked it in himself with his outstretched right leg waving.
Here's where the fun begins.
Hustle play by Verhaeghe and Marchand.
Filter.
2 whacks at it.
Actually, no.
And inches away
Settings.
from tying this series up at 1.
Off the face-off, loose puck to the side of the net, and Wallman this time. He's bumped on the end wall, can't clear. Lundell looking off to the far circle. Frederick able to intercept, but doesn't clear. It's whipped down to the near circle. Lewostarinen here on the near boards with it. Lewostarinen to the corner. Puck played up the near side. Evander Kane, and he will clear for Edmonton. They're going to get some.
Oh, that looks cool.
Marchand.
Fuck yeah, we're doing that. We are doing that. So that's difference. What does it look like with this?
Took it right in the Oilers logo, and then back behind the net, Lundell and Wallman involved in a little exchange. 10:46 to go in overtime.
What's amazing about that play by Verhaeghe, he's at the end of a shift.
Yep.
His other 2 line mates are going to the bench. He still had enough gas in the tank to get on that forecheck, steal the puck, get that front out in front to Marchand. No one around Marchand. And Skinner, got to give credit where it's due. And it's not always style points for Skinner, but able to make the saves. And it just clinks off that plumbing on the right side.
Face off near circle out to our right inside the Edmonton zone and off the draw. Ekholm will take it back behind the Oilers net. Matthias Ekholm up the near side. It's batted at through the neutral zone by Enrique. Down to our left along the near boards. Ekblad there to clear for the Panthers. And in neutral ice, it was poked away from Bennett by Draisaitl. Here's Ekholm. Dumped down. Wide of the Panthers net. Rodriguez behind the net. Forsling, far corner. Bennett lifts it out to neutral ice. And this one is off Bouchard. And then Ekholm will chip one deep into the Panthers zone. Near corner, Forsling, first one back. Forsling, out for Rodriguez. Rodriguez to center, dumps it in. Around the end boards it goes. Kulak, back behind the Edmonton net. Outlet feed Perry. Tipped it along. A race down to our left. Puck goes in there for Edmonton.
Oh.
A tie up with Nikola here on the near side. Out to the line. Here's a long shot that's well over the net. Kulak holds it in along the far boards. Behind the net, puck goes in tied up, but here's McDavid to scoop it up for Edmonton. To the line.
I don't know.
It's played back down.
Which one looks better?
Behind the net.
There's
Perry
difference.
to McDavid here on the near side.
What is
McDavid
exclusion?
tiptoes the goal line.
That's
Has
just
it
the same
here on the
fucking
near
thing.
corner. Backhand up top. Handled by Nurse. On course right side. Kulak. Nurse straight on. Long shot. It's just wide. Loose back behind the net. And Barkov there to grab it for the Panthers, but he's met by 2 Oilers.
Nikola doesn't have a stick.
Nikola doesn't have a stick. Over the far corner. A second chance for Barkov, and he will hand it on for Verhaeghe. Seth Jones through neutral ice. Jones in. Reinhardt right side of the circle. Shot save. Bouncing in front. And where is it? Skinner's got it. Oh my goodness.
Damn, Skinner's holding his own.
The right pad, that. It went off a body out front, pinball back on Skinner, and somehow alertly Stuart Skinner put his 6'4", 230-pound frame in front of that puck and was able to absorb it. And with 9:05 left in overtime,
pinball wizardry. Yeah, we're going to take our time out to shovel the ice. We'll stay with you.
We're keeping it locked right here, buddy. We go commercial-free rock and roll in overtime, but they do come on halfway through the playoff overtime to shovel things, smooth the ice over a little bit.
That play by Reinhardt looked like the Stanley Cup winning goal.
Yep, right through that right circle.
That right circle. And Seth Jones, the defenseman, was able to jump up and play an unbelievable job on the far side for Verhaeghe to stay on side. He had to put on the brakes at the last second. He thought the puck was coming his way. It wasn't. Goes over to Reinhardt and perfect left-handed shot coming down the right side. And then it hits a couple of defensemen on the way, and Stuart Skinner able to find it at the end.
And Billy, you might be able to bring some of the people behind the scenes, but our buddy Scott Tinkler, the equipment staff down there, he's handed some gloves to guys, so the glove drying is in full force.
Yeah, especially in overtime. Yeah. Players will have 2 or 3 sets of gloves, and they'll pick one for a period, but every TV timeout, they might want a new fresh pair that's dried, so they're constantly going back to the dryer, coming back to the ice. Anytime it gets a little sweaty on your stick and your hands, especially in overtime, you just don't like it. You want dry gloves, and it puts so much pressure on the trainers. Yeah. You got to be on top of it. Anyone breaks a stick, you got to have a stick ready to go. And the training staffs, the way they've gotten it, and the way they can get to extra sticks, the way they can dry gloves, they are such an important part of the team and everything that goes on as far as the equipment and everything that's done. Training staffs do not get near the credit they richly deserve. So a couple of bounces that come close for the Panthers. They're looking for that one to find the back of the net.
Face off near circle out. Our time on ice update about halfway through overtime, Billy. Connor McDavid to the closest one to 30 minutes right now of anybody in the game at 29-24. Seth Jones leads the Panthers at 28-40. Time on ice.
And Colton came out the last time with McDavid.
Yep.
And Perry.
Yeah, so Chris Knobloch is mixing and matching a bit.
Yeah, first time we saw him without Draisaitl.
Well, it's something they have to juggle is the workload on these guys as we get further along into the hockey game and the way he's had to use McDavid and Draisaitl just to try and get the game tied up. And Evan Rodriguez down to our left inside the Panthers zone. They're walking along. Looks left. It's Forsling. Plays it in. Down the end boards. Bouncing puck here on the near side. It's held in. The Panthers a chance to set something up, but the puck clubbed away, and Kulak will clear to center. And up to the Panthers' blue line. Kachuk getting back. He's going to disrupt things. Loose puck in the neutral zone. And the Oilers once again reset inside their own line. It's Kulak back with it. Kulak. Across far side. Long pass. Nurse missed the mark down to our left. Bobrovsky had to make a play on it. He gives to Rodriguez. Up the near side for Marchand. That one out of his reach and down to our right for an icing. So 8:16 to go here in overtime. Tied at 4. It's the Panthers in white left to right. The Oilers in blue right to left. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay here with you. Kevin Rogers back in our network studios. Our on-site engineers Brandon Nabrowski and Vlad Lusat is steering the ship back at studio control.
That's the tough icing. All Marchand had to do was get a piece of it at the red line, and puck was coming his way. Could not make contact with it.
So a face-off near circle down to our left. Inside the Panthers in. Off the draw, Edmonton with it. Ekholm near point, fakes a shot. Across, Bouchard. Along the boards to McDavid to the right corner. He's got it. Forsling tries to stick to him. Up top, it's Bouchard at the line. Long wrister, deflected. Side of the net. Digging away was Perry. Couldn't make contact there. Behind the net, Draisaitl to the near corner. He's shouldered by Marchand. Great play by Brad Marchand against Draisaitl. And out come the Panthers. Here's Lundell to swing one in from center. Down to our right, Bouchard. Winds it around. Far side clears the zone. Mikula out around center with it for the Panthers. 7:45 to play in the overtime frame. Seth Jones, close ice. Up the far side. Here's Lewoster into the circle. Across for Lundell. But getting
Mariah May did debut.
David.
You're not wrong.
Far side. And the Oilers do muscle one out. Frederick. Hands to McDavid. Right side, here's Draisaitl. They've been out on a long shift. Here's Draisaitl deep into the offensive end for Edmonton. Frederick. Winds it around, far side, Klingberg is there. Klingberg to the net, a save made by Bobrovsky, then Frederick at the side of the goal. Takes it off to the far corner, to the far circle. Pass up top, long shot, Klingberg, and that one rockets off something out in front of the net. Here's Luostarinen down behind the net for Mikula. Over on that far side for Seth Jones. He'll flip one high. Down to our right it goes. An icing call against the Panthers with 7:02 to go here in the overtime frame.
He got
Game 2 of the Cup final.
A little hot water here. You got your fourth line on the ice. On an icing. And they have been out there for a while. See, this is one area where that icing, you got to be able to win a face-off here and get some fresh bodies on the ice.
Edmonton leading the best of 7, 1 game to none. Nosek will take the defensive end draw against Evander Kane off the icing. And off this face-off, looks like we're going to do it again.
Panthers are somewhat fortunate because McDavid and Draisaitl just finished a long shift, so they could not come back onto the ice.
No. Fuck. Stay. Yeah.
Face-off near circle down to our left. Again, Nosek and Kane. Nosek pulls it back nicely to Seth Jones. Has it in the near corner. Whips it out to center ice. Panthers get that big clear. Not able to get a change, though. Far side of the ice, Mikkola. He bats it along. Panthers over the offensive line. Left side, Gadjevich gets it deep, and the Panthers will get fresh legs on.
Important face-off win by Nosek there.
Huge face-off win as the puck is flipped out of the zone by Wallman for Edmonton. Nate Schmidt here on the near side plays along the boards. Evander Kane in the way. And now the puck batted at here along the near wall. It's Wallman getting it deep. A lively bounce off the far corner boards. Kapanen in there for Edmonton against the Panthers. Dmitry Kulikov on for Verhaeghe. Then around the end boards, a race board here in the near corner. Out along the near boards. Reinhardt got over by Janmark. And the puck whipped down wide by Nurse. Far side of the ice. Kulikov outlets to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe on the far wing. He'll rattle one deep. Into the near corner, Reinhardt back behind the net. Verhaeghe beats Kulak to the puck, and then the puck clubbed away by Podkolzin. Out along the far boards, Kulikov holding it in for the Panthers. Into that far corner, Verhaeghe was tied up. The Oilers getting a clear out to center ice. Ekblad puts it back into the Panthers. Around the end wall, Skinner leaves it for Nurse. Back behind the goals, he cuts it off. Nurse outlet Podkolzin here on the near side, and he will flip one deep into the Panthers' hit. Edmonton gets a new unit onto the ice here as Forsling is back for the Panthers. He'll sky one out to center ice, and this one is going to be flipped the other way by Arvidsson, who is there for Edmonton. Now the puck dumped in by the Panthers down to our right. Skinner leaving it for Bouchard behind the goal. Up the far side, Bouchard on a bank, clears. Connor Brown dishes, and then it's Henrique in right side. Brown right circle to the net. A save made by Lebowski with the right pad. Jesper Boquist will head out to center. Boquist dumps it in. Around the end boards, Marchand and Bouchard battle here in the near corner. In comes Sam Bennett, but the puck picked up and flipped out to the neutral zone by Ekholm. Here on the near side, Mikkola into a tie-up. The puck knocked away. Jones has it back inside the Panthers' end. Seth Jones back over behind his own net. To Mikkola here in the near corner. 4:55 to go in overtime. Mikkola up the near board. He'll dump it down to our right. Behind the net.
It's hard to tell who has the advantage.
Honestly. Handle it for Edmonton. He heads it on. Here's McDavid. Speed through center ice. Connor McDavid. Off to the right side. It's Draisaitl. Wallman in front. Stumbles. Panthers heading back. It's a breakaway. Reinhardt in overtime. Can he tie the series? Reinhardt a shot. He missed wide. Out to the far point. Lundell to the corner then. Looks out front. Draisaitl able to plug the lane out of the zone. He's got Wallman, and Wallman dumps it down to our
wow.
22 to go in overtime. Nate Schmidt around to the near side.
Damn!
Kane batted up by Verhaeghe, clears it down, and an icing call against the Panthers. 4:14 left in overtime. 4-4 the score will Billy.
Oh, it doesn't. The chances
have been there.
They have.
The chances have been there.
And then your top goal scorer gets it on your stick, and he is free and alone from his own blue line. All time to decide what he wants to do.
It was like a penalty shot,
yeah,
Billy.
It was longer than a penalty shot.
So was off.
And Reinhardt tried to go low to that blocker side and just missed the net. And Reinhardt, one of the most accurate shooters we have on our team. You'd love him there and just fired it and sailed it wide of the right post.
Near circle inside the Panthers zone. The Panthers control the draw. Verhaeghe sends it down to our right. This one is broken up, cleared on Evander Kane. 2-on-1 for Edmonton. Kane, left circle, toe drag in front. It's poked away, diving play. Forsling got a piece of that somehow, some way. Now Reinhardt, center ice, Forsling. Over the Oilers line, it's stopped up and flipped out to center by Nurse. He missed the target, and all the way down it goes for an Edmonton icing. 3:47 to go here in this overtime period. Shots are 45-38. We're tied at 4 here in overtime. In case you're just tuning in and wondering how we got here, well, with 17.8 seconds left in regulation, Corey Perry tied it for the Oilers.
And Forsling's bounced back with a magnificent game. Ekblad gets beat at the blue line, and last line of defense, Forsling stretched out, able to take it off the stick of Kane on the 2-on-1.
Mikkola left point, down for Tkachuk in the corner. Matthew Tkachuk gives to Sam Bennett. Bennett far circle to the far boards. He'll roll it down behind the net. Tkachuk tied up by Kulak. Evan Rodriguez races over, and he's got it. Rodriguez tied up then by Nugent Hopkins. Darnell Nurse up the far side. Juggling the puck is Frederick for Edmonton. Winds it around. Kulak near side up the wall. And it's off Tkachuk, who holds it in. Across to Mikkola. Whipped down behind the net. Rodriguez. He'll hold in the trapezoid. Banks it out to Mikkola. One-time drive. Tipped in front. Wide. Rodriguez right across the blue paint. Picked up here on the near boards and cleared by Kane.
Sharp angle on your backhand. Really tough. Rodriguez did the best with that point shot recovery.
The puck bounced down to our right into the Edmonton zone. Skinner shakes it to the corner. Kulak tried to clear, was dumped over. On the end boards, Nurse. This defense duo has been caught out on a long shift for the Oilers. As
So
it's
they'll
cleared
ice the
by
puck.
Nurse. All the way down it goes, and they won't get a chance to change up that group. 2:52 left in the overtime frame.
And remember, icings are even a little bit harder here in overtime because of the long change. So if you do win that faceoff, you have to get it way down in the opposing end before you can get all 5 players off the ice. So immediately, Paul Maurice comes out with the Barkov line. You can see they're sucking wind on the other side.
Draw to Skinner's right, down to our right, inside the Edmonton end.
Kane, come on. You're Kane. Throw the centerman out. If Kane's going to do that,
Yeah, Evander Kane's stalling tactics a little bit here.
you should throw the centerman out at the circle when it's that blatant.
Off the face-off, the Panthers have it. Barkov got it back, then a shot from the line, and Schmidt, that would hit a leg. Edmonton will clear. It's going to be a slow roller down to our left, and this, again, will be an icing call. 2:41 left in overtime.
And then we'll just
So try by time they're having a conversation here.
Yeah,
If
screenshot,
get something on
solid.
the way, linesman officials get together to see if this is indeed going to be an icing or we're going to have a face-off at center ice. That play by Kane there, it's so blatant that he's buying time. He circles out high.
Yeah.
No penalty should be called, but you automatically, if I'm the linesman, I kick the centerman out of the circle. If you're going to delay the game, done. You're out, centerman's out. Let's go. I guess the game within the game, and Kane, and we got a bunch of them that are really good. Corey Perry, Marchand.
Yeah.
You can go down the list.
okay. Oh, 38
We
seconds.
got some experts that,
Well, even if there was no icing, Billy, the Oilers had a chance to catch their breath.
yes. So they go with the icing. Stays on.
Oh, there is an icing. Take the back. So a face-off to the right of Skinner down to our right inside the Edmonton zone.
All right.
And
Drama.
yeah, they're still talking this thing over.
I don't know what's going on.
Are they adjusting the clock at this point?
All right. Drum roll, please. And then we'll. Oh, that's good. Ugh. Dude, I'm tired. Ah, fuck, I'm tired. Well, we'll save it. I don't know. Should I do Worlds Collide tomorrow? Like a watch party for Worlds Collide? I don't know. I feel like I'm about to pass out right here. Ah, that makes sense. Well, congrats. Congrats to your cousin. I think we just had a graduation party next door that just got halted due to the bad weather. But yeah, I just didn't feel like playing games tonight. You know, I'm tired. I'm burnt out. Oh, what is this? Year 3? Let's take a look. Uh-oh. Kenny Omega. I'm liking this already.
Let's rumble.
Oh my god. Alex. That's right, Omega is an Alex user. I forgot about that. Oh my god. What are you doing, Kenny? Damn, whatever drugs he's on, I want him. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm fucking done. We're done. God damn it, Kenny. You've led me astray. Anyway, let's see what the score of the game is.
The bigger chances in overtime have belonged to the Panthers.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like the Panthers do have anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna... God damn it, Omega, you've led me astray. Yeah, it's been a rough week. Dude, people are finally starting to understand what I mean now. People finally are going after Yellow Flash for his bullshit. I've been calling it out for fucking months. Actually, a good year that he's a fucking piece of shit. And people are starting to catch on to it in the Geeks and Gamers Discord because they know that Jeremy has barely been on stream with him. So I'm like, gee, it took you fucking long enough. I've been saying he's a grifting asshole for the longest time. People are so slow. Yeah, I mean, I might do like I said, I might do a watch party. I don't know yet. If I don't, then oh well. Texas wins softball title? It's always those Texas teams that are always the best. Let me see who's available to raid. But, you know what? I might stream later that night. How about that? I'll stream later that night. Also, the Pacers and the Thunder was on yesterday night, and I really wanted to watch it with Dad. That ending was fucking amazing. The Pacers were down in all but the last 0.3 seconds of the fucking game. Tyrese Halliburton coming in clutch. That was great. That was awesome. But, yeah. We'll talk more about this. Halle Curry, yeah. Ballin'. I know someone I get raid. Yeah. Yeah, I just wish I had more to talk about, but we'll talk about it when I'm feeling a lot more awake and active. I just wanted to get a stream out. Unwind a little bit. Get some stuff off my back. That kind of thing. Let's go say hi to Jackie. She's playing Call of Duty as always. The lovely Babelicious Jackie. See you guys.